Yes, it's Jumani, also known as Juby and Watchna, is always Arsenal. 1-0 victory against Crystal Palace. 3 points after this grinding, this battle, this encounter against Crystal Palace, and we taken that. Now, wasn't the prettiest match, but of course, once you're grinding out a point, it had to take some kind of positives out of it. And we did, in fact, exercise a certain level of maturity. But let me get to the starting lineup first. We had Ramsdale in goal. And by the way, Raya is in the equation. I wasn't really a fan of bringing in another goalkeeper. I was kind of cool with Turner to an extent. But my bigger issue was since the Martinez situation, he came into the fray when Leno got injured, and then Leno came back. We got rid of Martinez. That didn't work out. We eventually brought in Ramsdale. Ramsdale came into the equation. We get rid of Leno. We shipped him out. And then we brought in Turner. Turner was a substitute. We all know this. But now he didn't really last. And then we got rid of him and we brought in Raya. I don't have a problem with Raya. Raya's a good goalkeeper. As a matter of fact, he's an extremely good keeper. But I hope this is the end of the whole shifting and tussling and changing and uncertainties in the goalkeeping department. Let me at least keep these two keepers for next a few seasons well. You know what I mean? But nevertheless, Ramsey started, and I'm glad for my boy Ramsey. He started in goal. We had Thomas Partey right back, Tomiyasu left back, Saliba, and Ben White in the centre back position. I have no idea what is going on with Gabriel. However, best, the only theory that I'm willing to accept is the fact that Gabriel is not necessarily best on his foot, and in terms of ball handling, and the style and the system Arteta wants to play, it doesn't really suit Gabriel, right? And that's me trying my best. Other than that, I think Gabriel deserves to start alongside Saliba in the back four, with Ben White playing right back and Zinchenko or Timber playing left back. Timber could play on any part of the defense. I cool with that. Kivoa is a good defender. Clearly, he can come into the fray. I'm not sure if I want Tomiyasu in the left back. Tomiyasu is a good defender, a decent defender, and he can't start on my side. But of course, Tomiyasu is reliable, just like how Tierney is reliable, and I'm not impressed with that loan deal. But it is what it is. Of course, he deserves playing time. He has been reliable for us over the past few years. And of course, he was even dubbed to be the next captain. But now, apparently, he's not part of Arteta's plan or initial plan. So it's unfortunate for him, but it's good that he's going to get some playing time. I personally would have kept Tierney, especially considering our long season with all of these different competitions. It would have been a good option, although Arteta has a style of playing inverted players, which that system, once perfectly executed, once oiled and the chemistry comes into play, I think that this inverted system that Arteta likes to play would work out well for us. But for now, it's a hard watch. And Tierney is not part of the system, so all the best to him. But with regards to our crop of players, it's a hard watch right now because the fluidity, especially going into the final third, is not necessarily there yet. But in terms of getting it correct, in terms of players filling the blank spaces when another player inverts and go into another position, you could see it coming to fruition, but it's gonna take a little while. Of course, we have the right players. I think Declan Rice was an extremely good signing, and he would fit perfectly as a pivot. I would like to see him playing alongside Partey regularly this season, with Odegaard in front of them. But for now, if Kai Havertz is in the equation, he would tend to use his technical ability to kind of slow down the play, but and draw some attention to him. Hopefully, to give Odegaard the space to distribute, like how he distributed in this Crystal Palace game to Eddie Nketiah. Unfortunately, he didn't really convert the amount of chances that he was awarded. Eventually, we got a penalty courtesy Eddie Nketiah's run again, but I think that Crystal Palace kind of closed the field, and it made it difficult for us to kind of flow and coupled with the fact that we still kind of getting accustomed to this system that Arteta is exploring. We won the game, had to grind it out, and we played with 10 men in the latter half of the game. Unfortunately for Tomiyasu, he got a red card. The first yellow was kind of soft, and I feel like the referees and they kind of, with this trend now, they're taken away from the physicality of the game. That first yellow was unfortunate. The second yellow was unfortunate again, but someone had to get a yellow from Arsenal. When you consider the time that we took to actually throw the ball, I mean, Martinelli into Kai Havertz, then into Tomiyasu, and he stick. Yeah, he spent a little time with the ball, and unfortunately, he got a second yellow, and we had to grind it out. And kudos to the team because we grind it out, and we brought on some substitutes, a lot of defensive players, and it worked, It worked in the end, and we have some depth. Still feel like that here any deal. I hope that it will come back to haunt us, but we should be on the right course because we're playing Fulham next, and watch now. We're gonna deal with them, because it's always Arsenal.